What's going on? What's happening? I hope you're having an amazing day. But if not, as always, the best is yet to come. And so this past week, I was in a gentleman's office, and in his office, he had a whiteboard on the wall. And on that whiteboard, he had things broken down in different columns, such as short-term, long-term, medium, things I need to follow up on. And I was like, man, what's the point behind all of this? Well, he was like, these are projects that are still open for me. And so I just break them down according to their status. And I was like, so why do you do that? Why can't you just keep it in your email or see it by who you followed up with last? And he was like, well, Ian, if someone were to follow up with me and say, what's the status on this project? Why do I need to shuffle through all my emails to find the answer? Instead, I have it right here on the whiteboard so I can answer that question right then and there. And I was like, man, that's awesome. So pretty much what you're saying is you're prepared for anything and everything. And he was like, yep, that's right. Anything and everything. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. Why preparation is key. And so I hope you're fired up. I hope that moxie's running through your veins. Let's get it, baby. And thank you for joining Black Couch Motivation.
If I could, I would bring the whole hood to the top of the world. When me is my world for free. I'm trying to give you what you came to see.
Have you ever found yourself in a position where your bosses are asking you for X, Y, and Z, and they got you stumped? So much so you hit them with the infamous line, let me get back to you on that. And every once in a while, that's okay. We're not perfect. We don't remember everything. But if you find yourself doing this regularly, then I think we might have a problem. You know, my bosses in my old position, they were smart and they were always on top of everything. They knew what was upcoming, and even when problems would occur, 99% of the time, they knew how to solve the problem before it even happened. And that's how prepared we must be, not just in our workplace, but our everyday lives, especially when it comes to our dreams and goals. So let's use some real life examples. I guarantee 90% of us knew exactly what we were going to wear the first day of school, whether it was elementary, middle, or even high school. We either had the wardrobe laid out already somewhere in the room, or we knew exactly where to go in the closet to get that fresh shirt, fresh pair of jeans, and then the fresh J's on top of that. And that's only due to the fact that we were prepared for the day that was about to happen. Or what about now that we're adults, that first job interview, right? We map out, hey, how long will it take me to get there? Is it 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes? And then we add another 15 minutes on top of that just in case we might hit traffic because we're preparing ourselves accordingly. Or what about as an athlete when you're in the game week? We don't practice against what you see from your own team. You practice against what you expect to see from the opposing team after scouting them. You know exactly who the big time players are. Those players that can wreck a game, as my coach would say, because you're preparing yourselves. And so this is what we must do in life as well. You know, oftentimes people think awesome performances happen due to awesome gifts and talents. But there's something before the awesome performance and right after noticing that you have a gift and talent. And that is out of this world preparation. And so what I like to do now is leave you with my 3 takeaways regarding preparation. The first is this: plan not to be perfect. And you're probably like, Ian, this is absurd. This doesn't sound like you. But you know what? These were wise words from my head coach back when I was playing college football. He knew that I tried to be a perfectionist, although I can never be a perfectionist. And so he simply said this: Ian, your biggest downfall is that you think you are perfect. And nobody in this life is ever and ever will be perfect. And so sometimes you're going to make a mistake and you just got to bounce back. You got to get back on the roll. And so that's what I'm going to tell you here. Plan not to be perfect. The second thing that I would say is try to plan your day. And if you're not a person who can plan your entire day, try to plan a piece of it. And once you start being successful with that, then move on to even more of your day until you can plan out your whole day accordingly. And lastly, what I would say is study whatever it is that you want to do. I want to leave you with a quote. For the future, the seed is planted in the present. And so kings and queens, as always, don't stop believing, dream big, and keep chasing. And until next time, I'm out.
Do you wanna be great? Do you wanna be great? Do you wanna be